All right, mate, pack your bags, slip on those sunnies, and slap on some sunscreen because we're off to explore the land down under. Yes, Australia, the place where everything either wants to eat you, chase you, or give you the best holiday of your life. We're talking beaches that'll make you say fair dinkum, wildlife that's straight out of National Geographic, and cities that pulse with more energy than a kangaroo on a trampoline. So, buckle up, and let's dive into the top 15 places you gotta see in this wild and wonderful country. Crikey, it's gonna be a beauty.
First up, we're hitting up the Sydney Opera House, that iconic symbol of Australia that looks like a bunch of giant seashells decided to have a party on the harbour. Now, even if opera ain't your thing, this place is a must-see. Picture this. You're strolling along the waterfront, the sun's glistening off the water, and bam! Those majestic white sails just hit you with their beauty. It's enough to make you want to belt out a tune yourself. And hey, if you do fancy catching a show, go for it. But trust me, even just standing in the shadow of this architectural masterpiece is an experience you won't forget. Next stop, we're diving into the Great Barrier Reef, the biggest underwater party on the planet. This place is like swimming in a kaleidoscope with more colors and creatures than you can shake a stick at. We're talking fish wearing every shade of the rainbow, corals that look like underwater gardens, and if you're lucky, you might even spot a shark or two. Now these fellas are nothing to be afraid of. Just respect their space and admire them from a distance. The Great Barrier Reef is a fragile beauty, so remember to be respectful, don't touch the coral, and just soak in the magic of this underwater wonderland. Now we're heading inland to the heart of Australia to meet the big fella himself, Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock. This sandstone giant is more than just a rock, mate. It's a sacred site, a spiritual center, and a place of immense power. You can feel the ancient energy vibrating off this monolith, especially at sunrise and sunset when the colors change from fiery orange to deep, dusky purple. It's a sight that'll stay with you long after you've left. Now, climbing Uluru is a no-no these days out of respect for the Anangu people, the traditional owners of the land. But trust me, just standing in its presence is an experience in itself. All right, time to swap the outback dust for some city vibes. Melbourne is a city that buzzes with creativity, from its hidden laneway cafes to its vibrant street art scene. It's a place where you can sip on a flat white brewed by a barista with a handlebar mustache, then stumble upon a masterpiece spray-painted on the side of a building. Melbourne is all about exploring, discovering, and embracing the unexpected. So put on your most comfortable shoes, grab a map, or just get lost, and get ready to soak up the cool, artistic vibes of this awesome city. Now, no trip to Australia would be complete without hitting the beach, and Bondi Beach is the king of them all. This iconic stretch of sand is where the waves crash, the sunbathers sizzle, and the surfers carve up the waves like there's no tomorrow. Whether you're a seasoned wave rider or just happy to build sand castles, Bondi has something for everyone. So grab your swimmers, slap on some sunscreen, can't stress that enough, and get ready to experience the Aussie beach lifestyle at its finest. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading to the Whitsunday Islands, a slice of paradise where the water's bluer than a blue tongue lizard and the sand's whiter than a cockatoo's feathers. Seriously, this place is what dreams are made of. We're talking secluded beaches, lush rainforests, and underwater worlds teeming with life. And the best part? You can explore it all by boat. Sail through the islands, drop anchor in hidden coves, and dive into the crystal clear water for a snorkel with the fishes. All right, adventurers, it's time to hit the road and experience one of the most scenic drives on the planet, the Great Ocean Road. This winding coastal route will take you past towering cliffs, crashing waves, and those iconic 12 apostles. Although there's only 8 left standing, but hey, who's counting? Keep your eyes peeled for koalas snoozing in the eucalyptus trees, and make sure you stop at all the lookouts to soak in those jaw-dropping views. Trust me, this is one road trip you'll never forget. Next up, we're venturing into the wild side of Australia, to Kakadu National Park, a place where the crocodiles roam free and the ancient rock art will blow your mind. This place is like stepping back in time, with landscapes that haven't changed in millions of years. You can cruise down croc-infested rivers, hike through ancient gorges, and marvel at rock paintings that are thousands of years old. Just remember, this is croc country, so be croc-wise and always listen to the rangers. Now get ready for a unique adventure because we're heading to Fraser Island, the world's largest sand island. This place is like a giant sand pit, with rainforests growing out of sand dunes, freshwater lakes that'll make you want to jump in for a dip, and dingoes roaming the beaches. Now remember, these wild dogs are beautiful creatures, but they're not your average pooch. Admire them from a distance, keep your food secure, and enjoy the wild beauty of this one-of-a-kind island. All right, time to hop over to the Apple Isle, Tasmania, a land of rugged mountains, pristine forests, and some of the cutest critters you'll ever meet. We're talking about the Tasmanian devil, the wombat, and of course, the always smiling quokka. Tasmania is a hiker's paradise, with trails winding through ancient rainforests along dramatic coastlines and up to mountain peaks with breathtaking views. So pack your hiking boots, grab your camera, and get ready to experience the wild beauty of Tasmania. Get ready to step back in time because we're heading to the Daintree Rainforest, one of the oldest rainforests on Earth. This place is a living dinosaur, with plants and animals that have been around for millions of years. You can hike through lush ferns, swim in crystal-clear creeks, and keep your eyes peeled for those prehistoric-looking cassowaries, big birds with a helmet on their head. Just remember, respect the wildlife, stick to the paths, and soak in the ancient energy of this incredible rainforest. All right, animal lovers, this one's for you. Kangaroo Island is like a zoo without fences, where kangaroos hop along the beaches, koalas cuddle up in the eucalyptus trees, and sea lions bask in the sun on the rocks. You can get up close and personal with these amazing creatures in their natural habitat. Just remember to be respectful, keep your distance, and let them come to you. Kangaroo Island is a wildlife photographer's dream, so get your cameras ready. Chapter 13. Blue Mountains, where eucalyptus paints the air blue. Next up, we're heading to the Blue Mountains, a place where the air is filled with the scent of eucalyptus and the views will take your breath away. Now, the mountains aren't actually blue, but the eucalyptus trees release an oil that gives the air a bluish haze, creating a truly magical atmosphere. You can hike to waterfalls, admire the famous Three Sisters rock formation, and maybe even spot a lyrebird mimicking the sounds of the forest. It's a place where you can escape the city and reconnect with nature. Chapter 14. Barossa Valley, a toast to Australian wine. All right, wine lovers, it's time to raise a glass in the Barossa Valley, one of Australia's premier wine regions. This place is a patchwork of vineyards, rolling hills, and charming cellar doors where you can sample some of the best Shiraz, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Riesling in the country. Take a tour, learn about the winemaking process, and indulge in a long, leisurely lunch paired with local wines. Just remember, pace yourself, mate. You don't want to be sleeping under a gum tree. Chapter 15. Rottnest Island. Say cheese with the quokkas. Last but not least, we're finishing our Aussie adventure on a high note, literally. We're heading to Rottnest Island, home of the happiest animal on Earth, the quokka. These little fellas are like miniature kangaroos with permanent smiles, and they're not afraid to come right up to you for a selfie. Just remember, no touching the quokkas, but feel free to snap away and capture their infectious grins. Rottnest Island is the perfect place to relax, unwind, and soak up the good vibes. And there you have it, folks. Australia is a country like no other, filled with beauty, danger, and creatures that smile or scare you, sometimes both. So what are you waiting for? Pack up, come on down, and embrace the wild wonders of Australia. Don't forget to slip, slop, slap. That's Aussie for don't get burnt.